I knew that one was in the first 5 notes.
Hot dog.
Radiohead. Everything in its right place.
Yeah. Is that on? That's on Amnesiac.
Kid A.
Is it, well, I think they do.
I think it's Kid A.
I think it is Kid A.
It's the opening track for Kid A, I think.
Yeah, but I get confused because my favorite Radiohead album is Amnesiac, which is kind of the other side of the Kid A album. They do the same kind of stuff. Like I think You and Whose Army maybe is on both albums.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that song.
Oh.
I love that song.
Well, Amnesiac is my favorite Radiohead album, but it's anyway. Yep, but that's not the album that song was on.
Such a cool song. Everything in its right place.
Yeah, they do that thing where they do this. They do that on that Pyramid song too. You remember that Pyramid song? Where they...
My knowledge of Radiohead does not go very
That's
far.
well, that's a Radiohead thing. Is they go up this half step in a lot of their songs. It's kind of there.
Okay.
You know. Anyway, whatever.
It's their signature move.
There you go.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson.
Abacus, Dumicus, Great Measures Amicus.
I've worn a shirt for a band a few times on the channel now. A band called Havoc. Havok.
Okay. Cry Havoc.
Huh?
It's just a Shakespeare reference, Richard.
Havoc. The song that we're going to do today is called Fear Campaign.
Fear Campaign?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it has some political references.
It might or might
political allusions. Political. That's sign language for. It has to do with.
all the
Whatever, dude. What's it called again?
Fear Campaign.
You just said that. You're not gonna tell me anything about the band right now.
No, I'll tell you after the song.
It's just chaos.
No, it's not that bad.
It's gonna cause havoc.
Yeah, there you go. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, this is Fear Campaign by Havoc.
I've heard. Proceed, Richard.
So Havoc is sort of a modern thrash band from Denver, based out of Denver. They were formed in 2004. This song, the album's called 5. It's just the Roman numeral 5.
Okay.
It's their 5th studio album.
Are all their albums before that Roman numerals?
No. David Sanchez is the lead vocalist. I think he's a rhythm guitarist as well. He's the only original member left in the band. Song in this album came out in May of 2020. That's really all I got as far as the information about. I mean, they're younger-ish. Like, I think they were formed in 2004, but I think David's only like 36 or 37.
Youngerish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
The lineup on this one was David on vocals and rhythm guitar, Reese Scruggs on lead guitar, Pete Weber on drums, and Brandon Bruce on bass.
Cool. I think my buddy knows some of these guys.
Oh, yeah?
I think so.
Okay.
I meant to tell you, my buddy, his name's Robbie Peoples. Just played a show in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Denver, with a band called Tongue Hammer that we ought to do on here.
Tongue Hammer?
Yeah, and they got
I don't know Tongue.
Yeah, they've never played live.
Ah.
And I think but two of the guys, I think 2 of them are in the Thievery Corporation. You know that band? Mm-mm. Really? People know who they are. They've been around.
The Thievery Corporation?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Cool stuff. Anyway, he told me about these guys, or he asked me if I knew them. I think he knows a couple cats in the band. But all that aside.
Is he from Denver?
Robbie?
Yeah.
Robbie's from Jackson, Mississippi.
Oh.
I play with Robbie every now and then.
Yeah. Okay.
Robbie Peoples.
But he was just playing in Denver.
With another band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tongue Hammer. I don't know. That's just how it works.
Is that how he knows these guys?
I think so, from being in Denver.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think he knows a guitar player, the drummer maybe, or anyway. Is it hot in here to you?
It's a little warm, but it'll be all right.
It is a little warm. These guys sound like Megadeth to me.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely are heavily influenced by a lot of the earlier, more prominently known thrash bands. They've done some really great covers too. They actually just came out with an EP. It's like 4 or 5 songs just within the last month or two, and they did a badass cover of Metallica's "Eye of the Beholder." And then they've got a Slayer cover that they did. Maybe a couple of others. I just can't think of what they are. They've got the technicality of Megadeth.
I shouldn't say they sound like Megadeth.
No, but you can tell they're influenced by Megadeth for sure.
Yeah, and when the song started, it sounded like Ozzy to me.
The vocalist.
No, just the music.
Oh, okay.
But a faster version of
like Randy Rhoads.
Yeah.
Okay.
To me.
Okay.
Just when it first started, that down,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I know.
And then of course the dude going crazy. I mean, it sort of had an Ozzy feel to it to me. But then, of course, the subject matter being political.
Yeah, a lot of their, and I think that's kind of them sticking to the thrash roots too. There was, I don't want to lump everybody into the same category.
Oh, stereotype them, man.
But thrash, especially in the 80s, it was the system is corrupt and the man's out to get you and all the above, and it's kind of what Havoc sticks to. I mean, not everything that they do is that, but it's a large majority of what they do, and it's pretty spot on too.
That's a good message.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
but that's sort of the paradigm for metal, right? That's how it started.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not how it started, but
rebellious.
Rebellion's a good thing.
And I've been going back and forth, honestly, for weeks on this whole album in particular. I mean, they have some really quality songs that I just couldn't decide which one was.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they play a lot right now.
Yeah, I think so.
Like a lot. Mm-hmm. Like day after day.
Yeah, they had I think they may have just finished up their fall tour.
I mean, some dates I saw they were playing, day, maybe day off. Day, you know.
Yeah, they seem to be grinders for sure as far as being on the road.
Maybe they were off on the Lord's Day. I can't remember.
On a Sunday?
Yeah. Maybe they took off on Sunday. They probably did.
On the Sabbath.
Not the Sabbath, but what they tell us is the Sabbath now.
Jesus Christ, here we go.
It's the truth. Sabbath is Saturday. What were you going to say? Sorry, I cut you off with something about the Lord.
Yeah. I couldn't decide. Up until last night.
You were listening to these guys a lot? You know them? You know them?
Yeah. Yeah, they're a go-to for me. They got some really good stuff.
Yeah.
They write some great riffs. It's just great songwriting altogether. I mean, the way they structure things is really cool.
Well, I like the tempo changes in there. You know, the different sections. It's so Megadeth-y to me, just from what I know about all my metal knowledge. Mm-hmm. I've heard Megadeth do that more than anything else. Tempo changes and the sort of, but I dig that kind, just out of nowhere too. It's difficult to do that, I think, to do that out of nowhere and it flow. Mm-hmm. Megadeth does it great.
Yeah.
And I dug what they were doing. I mean, it's always good to do a guitar break like they did, you know, and then kind of set it up and then knock it down. Mm-hmm. But I think it's always interesting how that they'll do guitar solo breaks in between the chorus and the next verse or something. Mm-hmm. And it's just a crazy guitar solo. It goes nuts. Yeah. And then second verse. Yeah. You know? Yeah. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that was again, I mean, even that opening riff where you said it kind of sounded like Ozzy, it's got a Kill 'Em All era Metallica sound to it.
Yeah.
That I don't know if those are major chords or not, or I don't know. Either way,
just bar. I think they just bar chords.
Yeah, but the 5 and it's got that. It's kind of like the bridge between new wave of British heavy metal and early thrash, like Maiden and I don't know, some of those early thrash bands kind of meshed together, and that's what this song kind of makes me think of. Is it's an homage to that.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's not a ripoff.
No, not at all.
That's kind of what I meant when I was. It doesn't sound like Megadeth, but you can tell it sort of goes. And I really like Megadeth. So yeah, even I can understand what they're singing, which is I agree with the subject matter.
Sure.
I like the line, information is betrayal or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Information used as betrayal, or information something is betrayal, or...
Let's see. Yeah, information turns into betrayal.
I like that line.
They're running the show from behind a veil. Information turns into betrayal.
Yeah, because it's kind of like we all want information about what's going on, and they give it to you, or they give you something. But it turns out to be the very thing that you're asking for, they're using against you. Mm-hmm. And I know that doesn't sound very deep, but it is.
Sometimes the truth isn't that deep.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I mean, is they're giving you the truth, and they can spin it. I was hearing somebody talk the other day.
Who is they?
You know. Disney.
The deep state?
Disney. I mean, you'll never know. People. Maybe not even people. Maybe reptilians, Richard.
Okay.
But
you got a theory on reptilians? And lizard people?
A theory? What do you mean?
I mean...
Do they exist?
Sure.
Of course they exist.
Okay.
Like I said, I think all conspiracy theories are true.
Yeah.
All of them, a little bit and a little bit not.
Okay.
Like we're on a flat.
I'm right there with you.
We're on a flat Earth and in a globe.
Okay.
We're on both.
Okay. How does that work?
Well, just I've only worked out the beginning stages of it.
You just got the idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's both. And I think that's sort of the part of it. Speaking of the reptilian thing.
Don't hold back now.
The caduceus with the medical symbol that has to deal with the two snakes that go around each other.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you have the serpent in the Bible talking about, you have these serpent-like things that are always prevalent. I mean, even the South Americans, their god was the great serpent. And in Old Norse mythology, there's a serpent that wraps around the world. It's just kind of weird that the serpent imagery is or the reptilian imagery is everywhere for all over history. So you wonder, why is that?
Why is that?
Because I have trouble with things coming from outside the Earth into the Earth. I think there's an interdimensional thing going on, but there's got to be other things, other types of beings, I think. And who rules? I don't know, man.
The reptiles?
Probably.
The lizard people?
The lizard people. Maybe. What do you think?
I don't know, man.
I mean, you can't, unless they show up like, hey, we're lizard people. You can't know.
Yeah.
But you see some of that weird stuff about people changing and the news and like their eyes changing into things. And sure, the internet's a bunch of crap. But
it can be.
I mean, but is it all crap?
Right.
I think that maybe, but I'm also in the mindset now. I mean, I used to go down all those things, but now I'm sort of more leaning towards throwing it all out completely. Like you're saying, I don't know anything. Mm-hmm. I don't think anything is true.
Right.
Well, and then in the same way, everything is true, in some form or fashion. But back to the song.
The fear campaign.
Yeah, I think there's the information turns into betrayal. I think is my favorite line in the song, just because that's what it ends up being. You're going to look for information on whatever it is. I was watching online the other day. You see that dude Billy Carson's getting reamed.
I did,
and rightly so. Mm-hmm. Because he just puts out information that nobody checks, you know? And people send you down all these false roads. And if it's something that means something to you, it can be, especially if you've been in a group of people and you throw out a piece of information or something you saw, like, oh, I heard this. And then you go, yeah, I know that's false, Mm-hmm. And then you feel like a moron, mm-hmm. even more than you are.
Yeah.
And then you feel betrayed by whatever, So, I don't know. I like that line. I think it's a good line. Turns into betrayal.
I would be curious, and I tried to look this up, and I've not been able to find it anywhere, but I would be curious to know when he wrote the lyrics to this song. Because the album came out in May of 2020.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like the campaign of information and misinformation and disinformation and malinformation and all those things hadn't really... I mean, there were a few people who were ahead of the game, but in May, like, how long did it take? Was it something he wrote in January or something he wrote in 2019?
Right.
And it just came out on the album in 2020.
Right.
It's perfect timing.
Sure. for that little flu we all got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Rock on, Havoc. Keep
Yeah.
causing havoc.
Yeah.
Havoc.
I got a lot more stuff from them I'd like to show you over time. They just, man, they write such good songs.
Yeah, and they rock and roll, dude. That's
Yeah,
rock and roll.
It's just straight up bash you over the head thrash.
Yeah.
But they do a lot of stuff that, I mean, the other song that I was in between on this one, it's called Ritual of the Mind. Excuse me. And it's much more slow. It's slowed down. It's slowed down for thrash, you know, but it's chuggier. Really
Got some
cool.
funk to it.
It's got a nice. You can nod pretty violently if you get caught up in it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I like the sound. I thought the mix was cool. Like, there was nothing unpleasant about it at all,
Good.
from my standpoint. And I find things unpleasant, you know.
You do. Yeah. You're quite the stickler sometimes.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right then. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We are Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson. That was Fear Campaign
Great measures.
by Havoc.
Thanks for showing me this song, man.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Have a wonderful day, everybody.